Chelsea had a verbal approach that was not an official proposal, but was a verbal approach, a verbal proposal. Hey guys, welcome back on the channel. Fabrizio Romano here, as always, to update you on a transfer market. And today, guys, I want to discuss about Chelsea, because it's been a revolution for Chelsea in the last days. We know with Graham Potter as new manager, Todd Bowley decided to fire Thomas Tuchel, but also what happened on the final days of the window, because we know that Chelsea were busy with Aubameyang, we know that Zakaria was the last minute deal, but not only these two players, Chelsea also tried something different. And so let's enter into the details of 3 deals collapsed and of really big proposals rejected for Chelsea. And so guys, it's almost 170 million euros bids rejected in the final 4 days of the window. Yes, Chelsea tried everything on the market this summer in many different positions. I told you many times about Cristiano Ronaldo with Bowley on a position and Tuchel on another. I told you about Frankie de Jong, but the player didn't want to leave Barcelona. But in the final days of the window, Chelsea were busy. Of course, Zakaria last minute deal. Of course, Aubameyang the main target for Tuchel. And now for Graham Potter, the mission to establish a new relationship with Aubameyang. But it's important to say that in the final week of the transfer window, Chelsea submitted a proposal to Leipzig for Josko Gvardiol. That proposal, that was almost around 85 million euros, add-ons included, was turned down by Leipzig. But at one point, Chelsea and Leipzig were really close for the agreement for Josko Gvardiol. Then, at the end, that was turned down by Leipzig. The player was tempted, but Leipzig decided to wait, maybe for January, so Chelsea could be back in January for Gvardiol, but this now has to be decided together with Potter, because Tuchel was super fan of Gvardiol, but now it's up to Todd Bowley, to the new director of football that is coming, and to Graham Potter. But it's important to say on Chelsea that Gvardiol was really close, and then at the end the agreement collapsed. No time with Leipzig. Of course, the deal was for next summer, for 2023, so Gvardiol was a target for the next season, to be completed now, but for next season. And no agreement with Leipzig. They extended his contract, but Chelsea will be there also in the future. Edson Alvarez, on the day before the deadline day, day 31 of August, Chelsea had a verbal approach that was not an official proposal, but was a verbal approach, a verbal proposal rejected by Ajax for Edson Alvarez. For the Mexican midfielder, it was around 50 million euros, but they said no. Ajax had no intention to negotiate. The player was more than tempted by Chelsea, of course, but no agreement with Ajax, as they already sold Anthony. They wanted to keep Anthony at the end because of the player forcing. They had to reach an agreement with Man United, but with Alvarez, Ajax were really strong in their position. The market was already closed in Eredivisie, and so this is why they said no to Chelsea for Alvarez, but another important bid turned down before jumping on Zakaria as last-minute opportunity. And then the other one, a player I mentioned you, it was an exclusive news, Romeo Lavia, because Chelsea had a bid around 50 million pounds, add-ons included, for Romeo Lavia. Southampton said no, because they just signed a few months ago this player from Man City. Man City have a buyback clause around 40 million pounds, so it was absolutely not an easy one, but it shows how Chelsea are keen on signing top talents. Romeo Lavia is born in 2004, so he's a super top talent, and I'm sure that Chelsea will keep tracking this guy, Romeo Lavia, but with Man City absolutely in control of the situation. And so Edson Alvarez, let's see what happens in January, and Josko Gvardiol for next summer, but the race for Gvardiol will also include other clubs like Man City, and not only. And so guys, let me know your opinion on Chelsea's strategy, because they invested a lot of money, they wanted to sign many other players. So how do you see the Chelsea strategy with Todd Bowley and with Graham Potter, now new manager, to decide together with the new owner? I wait for your opinions, guys, here in the comments. Like this video, subscribe, and remember to turn on the notification bell so you're not gonna miss any single update. Ciao!